Okay, now. AEW Double or Nothing 2024. This is my second attempt at this because I was almost done with the first review, but then realized I didn't have a video turned on. So I've just been talking to myself for 15 to 20 minutes. But this was a great show overall. I couldn't review it yet at night because again I lived with some people, so I didn't wanna wake them up and say it's heat or anything. But I rewatched. It was good because I rewatched the matches that I didn't play and I had some good notes on first off. So I rewatched those matches and they were really this was the real good show overall. I saw some of the pre-show. I didn't see all of it, but I did see where MJF had an exchange with Mick Foley. I It'll be interesting to see how that reacts develops. Especially what happened. Especially after what happened with the end of the show. I mean, that'll be really interesting to how that turned out. But the main show, we kick off with an I Quit match between FTR and Adam Copeland and Christian Cage. This wasn't the brawl I thought it would be. I expected these two men to just go in and try to kill each other. But for what it was good. It just wasn't the brawl I thought it'd be. Especially with the stimulation and the two teams involved. So, we get a bike pile driver near the beginning of the match. We get a bike pile driver to Adam Copeland through the announce table. So Adam Copeland now basically till the end of the match. I mean, he's basically what happens. But, yeah, so Adam Copeland out. Christian goes with FTR. FTR punches the Christian. Christian has a cast on. So at one point, FTR gets a cinder block. And Cass is gonna ram the cinder block into Christian's wrist. While it's trapped into till death. But that doesn't but Christian pulled away the last second. But what does happen there is that gets Christian Cage's hand in the cinder block and ask him if he quit. Which we get some good we get some funny shenanigans from Christian when the microphone's up in his face. So need to say that they quit. I'm not gonna tell you what he said, but he does not say I quit. So we get some brawling between those two. Eventually, at the end of the match, which I'm just gonna skip to the end. Eventually, at the end of the match, Adam comes back in and spears both FTR, Cass and spears both Cass and Dax. Not at the same time, just separately. So he's got Cass on his knees and gonna do something or other. Gonna hit him with a chair, which is funny because I was thinking don't hit me with the chair. I quit. Don't hit me with the chair. Like why would you choose that moment to focus on? I think Adam gonna do something really bad to him or something. But that happened. And that happened so Beth could eventually come out. Because Doki's in the ring and Doki's gonna kick Adam. But Beth comes out near the ring. Beth gets in a brawl with Doki. Cass throws Beth into death, which is great. Gets a table, sets the table on fire, has every intention of putting Beth through the table, but Beth moves and can't spear Dax through the famine table. So that was good. And eventually Adam and Kristen get FTR, get Dax in a submission. Get Dax in a submission. No, it's Cass. It was Cass. That's the one with the hair. So it gets Cass in the submission between the two of them. He doesn't quit. His name's Spike. I couldn't remember the name of the nail board for it to go round. But the name's Spike. So Beth gets Spike from underneath the steel steps and hands it to Adam. And Adam holds Spike over Cass's face, drives Spike into Cass's face, and Cass said, "I quit." I can say not the brawl I was expecting, but it was good for what it was. And Adam Copeland and Christian Cage are your new AEW Tag Team Champions. So that'd be good for the AEW history books. So next up, we have a match I was really pumped for. You talk about a match that lived up to the hype and then some. We got Konosuke Takeshita versus Kazuchika Okada for the International title. This was just a phenomenal match. At pay-per-view, when these two fought, I said, okay, these two men have. This match was good, but these two men obviously have more in the tank. I talked about how it reminded me of Okada and Omega. Not that the first match was bad, but the second match, the next matches I thought were just so much better. But that's what happened here. I didn't really like the first match. I mean, there was nothing overly bad about it. Just these two men had more, and they gave that more in this match. We got picture-perfect drop kicks by Okada. We got counter to the power Japanese. We got a rainmaker on the outside. We got a supposed tombstone on the outside. We actually did get a brain butt on the outside by Konosuke Takeshita. And we got some nice drama there because Okada was trying to bring Takeshita up on the outside for the pile driver. But Don Callis talked him out of it. And Konosuke Takeshita, which Don did try to talk him out of this, Konosuke Takeshita brought Okada up for the brain buster. And Don tried to talk him out of it, but Takeshita basically said to Don, go kick rocks. So he does it anyway. We get, this was a phenomenal match. We had a nice stiff strikes between the two, and nice intensity between the two. We get a superplex by Takeshita into the raging fire. I mean, that was phenomenal. I forget if he actually hit the raging fire or if Okada countered it, but I want to say he hit the raging fire and the counter was the 8 on the match. But after a long, exhausting battle, Konosuke Takeshita does eventually hit the raging fire for the 1, 2, 3. Takeda the new international champion. And it looks like the Duncan family are gonna implode, are gonna turn on Takeda. Kyle Fiedra comes out. I don't know if he's here yet, but Kyle Fiedra comes out. And it looks like he's gonna stand side by side with Takeda, but Fiedra betrays Takeda. He's come for the international title, which should be a great match. I don't think we've ever seen that match before, though it should be great. So this was a phenomenal match. Next up, we have, excuse me. Next up, we have the inaugural Owens women's match for the Owens Cup for the side of the women's title. Athena vs. Mina Sakura. This was a really good match. Some good technical wrestling between the two, and in the end, Athena beats her with an O-face for the 1-2-3. The Ring of Honor women's title wasn't on the line. Athena's been Ring of Honor women's champion for like 3.5 years, but the title wasn't on the line. But Athena won anyway, so that's good. I actually forgot to put this match in. I don't know why, but next up we get a match for the men's inaugural Owens Cup. We get a match between Will Ospreay and Samoa Joe. This was a great match. I mean, Samoa Joe comes out, Ospreay's already out there. Ospreay gets a jump on him gets a jump on Samoa Joe with an Oz cutter and a face wash in the corner. But Joe gets up now to the races. We just get phenomenal. We just get tip strikes between the two. We just dog walk each other. I mean, at one point at the beginning of the match, Ospreay hits the Sasuke vessel. His spear bounced out of the ring. It's a Sasuke vessel. And Joe just steps back out of his fighting range a little bit and just catches him in the coquina clutch. He has him in the coquina clutch for a while, but Ospreay's backing up. So what Joe does, Joe just whips him around. Joe just whips him around into the barricade and gets back in the ring. And Ospreay almost gets counted out, but Ospreay gets back in the ring at 7. We get some good stiff wrestling between the two. At one point, Ospreay goes for another Oz cutter, but Joe steps out of the way and just delivers a senton, covers him. After the senton, Will sits up, and Joe just catches him in the coquina clutch again, just wraps his arms around his neck. And Will goes to the rope, but he's fading. So Joe has it on for a while, and the referee checks Ospreay's hand for the 1, 2, and Ospreay just grabbed the rope, which was great. We get a hidden blade by Ospreay to Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe kicks out. We get Ospreay going for another hidden blade. Joe catches him with the power slam. Ospreay hits another hidden blade. Joe kicks out at 1. Yeah, you could tell he doesn't have anything yet, but yeah, an act of defiance, he just kicks out and just goes, "Okay, kid, you're good, but yet not forget that I'm really great too." When finally Ospreay nailed them with the final hidden BA to the back of the head for the 1-2-3. So Ospreay goes on. For the advance of the Owen Hart Cup. After this, we get Swerve Strickland versus Bandito, the Ring of Honor World Champion, for the Owen Hart in the second round of the Owen Hart Cup. This was a great match. It's hard hitting, just high flying and everything. I thought Swerve was going for the Ring of Honor title. I didn't know they were gonna, which he could still get a title shot. I just didn't know they were gonna set that up for the Owen. So a good hard hitting match here. A good feel of the match. After a while, when at one point near the end, Swerve is down. Swerve is down on his belly, and Bandito flips and wraps his arms around his waist and just dead yips him for a 21 jump streak, which Swerve kicks out, with the commentators pointing out, if that hadn't been for a dead yip, it's very hard to pin someone out of a dead yip. So if it hadn't been for that dead yip, if it just been a normal 21 jump streak, Bandito very well could have won. So this was just a great match. We had some house calls. At one point, Swerve is standing on Bandito's shoulders and flips out of it for house call. But Bandito kicks out. We get some house calls, we get a sub stomp, and eventually after house call, after they had one, Swerve Strickland gets a 3 and advances in the Owen Hart tournament. The next up, we get a Fatal 4-Way women's match for the women's title. It's Tekia, Chris Statlander, Hikaru Shida, and I forget who the other one was. It's probably really obvious. If I see it again, but I just forgot who the other one was. So we get a Fatal 4-Way match for the women's title. Oh, Jamie Hayter. And this was just a great showcase. I mean, some great power wrestling and some great technical wrestling. I mean, this was just a phenomenal showing. And I'm sorry I'm not going into the match too much, but I just don't think I could do them justice, and it's honestly not all that fun to go through them beat for beat. So you should just go watch them for yourself if you haven't. I'm not doing them justice. So the Fatal 4-Way match is just phenomenal, and at the end, Tekia does retain the women's title. Next up, we get Stadium Stampede. The team of Chris Jericho, the Young Bucks, or the team of Chris Jericho and the Elite and the Hurt Business versus Ricochet, the Gates of Agony, and Andrade, and someone else. I can't remember. I'm sure it'll come to me while I'm talking about it, but I can't remember now. So it's some good. So we get some good. This match was just chaos. I mean, we get some good technical wrestling, some good snapback dragons and everything, and V-triggered from Kenny Omega, which what you expect is Kenny Omega is unbelievable. At one point, Kenny Omega drives Andrade through a table with the one-winged angel. So that's just great. We get ball suiters being used, where you suit automatic ball suiters. I forget if that has a proper name or not. But we get tennis rackets being used. We get chairs. We get Andrade being. We get food being thrown. We get Andrade being thrown in a Saddam thing. And Saddam Singh I'm throwing him through a table. I mean, I think he missed the table, but he just throws him. And we get, that's when the food fight ensues. It always kind of annoys me, like, why would you waste that food when you could have eaten it? But we get food being thrown and everything. In the end, Chris Jericho does pin Ricochet with the eye salt for the 1, 2, 3. So they win. The main event, we get MJF versus Darby Allin. Darby Allin starts off hard with a couple headlock takeovers. MJF kicks out. I mean, when I say hard, I mean, you blink and you would have missed it. I mean, that's how quick Darby Allin over there. But MJF kicks out, counters with headlock takeovers of his own. Did the real good match here. Darby Allin goes to the top of the scaffolding and dives with an elbow drop, Mick Foley's elbow drop, and puts MJF through the table. And Darby Allin takes a few more Crazy Rick. Maybe some that would end up costing him, but takes a few more. This was just a great match. Bit of a back and forth chess match, but bit of an underwhelming finish at the first watch. But the more I thought of it, I understand it. So MJF gets Darby Allin up for which I talked about those Red. After Darby Allin had jumped on MJF with the elbow drop, his head is split open. So that may have been he was woozy, because before MJF gets Darby Allin up, Darby Allin goes for the soft suitor, but he can't do it because he's exhausted. He just got maybe too much blood from the back of his head. But so MJF gets Darby Allin up for the pile driver off the top rope, and 1, 2, 3, MJF is the new champion. Like I say, bit of an underwhelming finish that third watch, but the more I thought about it, I get it. Yeah, they were telling the story that Darby Allin's exhausted, Darby Allin's taking too many challenges, taking too many risks. He can't go at this pace anymore. Sooner or later, that guy is gonna run out. And MJF took advantage, with no better ready to take advantage of that than MJF. But MJF is your new World Heavyweight Champion. 3-time World Heavyweight Champion at the age of 30. MJF, they owed Darby Allin on a stretcher because he may be unconscious, so they owed him on a stretcher. MJF's like posing over him on the stretcher, raising the title high. Kevin Knight comes out, chases MJF off, gets on the top rope, and does a 5-star piazza, the default piazza, to Darby Allin on the stretcher when he's incapacitated. So that's something I didn't expect, but that's something that's good for Kevin Knight. I mean, more edge to his personality. I mean, he teams with Mike Bailey, so wonder if that's going to lead to a rivalry. If that's going to lead to a feud, that'll be a great match. Heel Kevin Knight versus the Jet Mike Bailey. No, Kevin Knight's the Jet, and Mike Bailey's Speedball. So a heel Jet Kevin Knight versus the face Speedball Mike Bailey. I mean, that'll just be great. And I mean, MJF was in shock. But that was the pay-per-view, and it was great. It was well worth the money. I got it on AW Plus, so it's a little bit cheaper. Well, I say a little bit, but it's like $20 cheaper. And if they have a pay-per-view in that next month, in that next window, you get that for free too. So I was happy with that. Bit of technical issues. First time we've had them on my AW, I think, but nothing too bad. Nothing substantial. But that was a pay-per-view, and I appreciate y'all listening. I'm glad my video's working, because I see that my video's working right now. So it'd be a shame to talk all this for like 27 minutes and then find out it wasn't recording, but it's recording. So I'll see you next time I see you. Thank you for listening to my review.